Hey guys, it's Memorizer92, and today I'm gonna cover Brelshaza Legion Raid Gate 1. Then let's get started. When you first go into the raid, then you will have to combat Brelshaza. This is called Gate 0 in KR. Just think it as an intro part of the raid. She does some patterns, but it is very easy, and even if you die, you can revive. After this part ends, everyone's HP restores back to full. Okay, now Gate 1. When you go into the entrance, then each party will be divided by two groups randomly. Party 1, 2 people each on north and west, and Party 2, 2 people each on east and south. Each group will be responsible of dealing with each side of the field. You can check which side you are in by opening the map with M key. If you go into the field, you will see a static mob and a dog for all the fields. When the dogs are killed from all 4 fields, you can go to the next stage, but the role differs for every field. Party 1. In the north part, the dog will have a shield that can be removed by destruction, so people on north is recommended to take destruction bombs. You can change your items even after the split in the changing area. Also, the static mob will periodically generate an orb that follows the player who was close to the mob. That player have to dribble the orb because if you get touched by it, it will do AoE attack that will hit all 8 people with massive damage. In the west part, the dog will have a shield with a lot of mobs around. You have to kill 25 mobs to remove the shield. Also, the static mob will periodically require stagger check. Failing the stagger will fear all 8 players for a few seconds. If people who have low stagger got paired, then Whirlwind Grenade is recommended. Party 2. In the east part, the dog will have a shield that can be removed by doing multiple hits. Also, the static mob will periodically apply incoming damage increase debuff on all 8 players. This debuff can stack, and you can remove it by consistently staggering the static mob. So for the people on this side, Whirlwind Grenade is recommended. In the south part, the dog will have a shield that can be removed by doing stagger. Also, the static mob will periodically tries to do an action. You have to apply status condition attack to distract it. Failing the distraction will apply darkness debuff to all 8 people that can be stacked over the time. People on this side are recommended to take grenade or bombs that has status condition, and throw it one at a time, alternatively because of long cooldown. You can also use skills that has status conditions. Other than that, Panacea is recommended to all 8 players since it can remove debuff stacks. Another thing that you need to know is AoE attack happens on all sides in a square shape. White one is where you want to stand since it increases your attack by a lot and reduces incoming damage as well. Standing on blue or red space will just deal a lot of damage on the player without any buffs. Standing on the colorless space will do nothing on the player. When the dogs on all 4 sides go down, each group will gather back to Party 1 and Party 2. There will be 2 mobs, Hammer Mob on Party 1 and Arrow Mob on Party 2. Both of the mobs require destruction since you will do less damage before it happens. The destruction rate is very high, so the best way is to use Thyrain to destroy the armor at once. Thyrain can hit both of the mobs since the attack can reach to the end of the map. All 8 players taking destruction bombs is recommended in case when the raid leader misses the Thyrain. If the mob's HP hits 0, then he will be staggered for a few seconds. When the other mob goes down as well, then you will go to the next stage. So basically each party have to kill the mob almost at the same time. Even if you fail, the mob will revive with only 3 HP bar, which is not that punishing. Also, periodically there will be an AoE attack passing through the map. Make sure to be in the safety spot. On the next stage, the mobs will combine and the real fight starts to begin. Hammer is the front side and Arrow is the back side. There will be some puddles glowing on the random side. If you step on it, then it will generate AoE attack that spreads to each direction. These AoE space attacks does a lot of damage and it will most likely kill you when you get hit by multiple spaces at once. Okay, then let me go to the major gimmicks first. Around 85 HP bar, the boss jumps to the center and he will charge for an attack that will guarantee kill players. At the same time, there will be a safety spot that will randomly generate on either 4 sides of the field. All the players have to go to the direction of their number times 3. Every time a player steps on the safety zone, it will generate more random safety spot on other sides. By doing this, it will eventually generate 8 safety zones and all the players will be able to survive from the attack. Around 45 HP bar, the boss jumps to the center. Meanwhile, there will be mobs generated on each 4 sides. Then, the boss will hold up the hammer, which requires to be countered. When he raises the hammer, that's when everyone counters. This counter have to be done 6 times in a row. After the first counter, the boss randomly turns around the head and tries to hammer the ground. Whenever anyone succeeds the counter, it will reduce the cooldown of the skills of all other players. If you fail the counter, then he will do massive damage on all players that will most likely kill squishy classes without shield. Failing the counter for twice will wipe the raid. The thing is, the mobs from each side will try to distract you from countering, so normally the raid leader uses a Xena since she bombards every area where the mobs are. Another thing that can distract the players is, when a player succeeds counter, there will be a lightning falling on where that player is for a few seconds. Be sure to move away for a few seconds so that other players don't get distracted. If you succeed a counter 6 times in a row, then the gimmick ends. Then let's go to the normal patterns. Hammer 3 times. The boss hammers the front 3 times. Spin. The boss spins attacking all the places where their face is at. Move around in the safety zone and stay where hammer guy swept since he's gonna swipe the other side at the end. Spin and rain. The boss spins around and shoots the arrow that rains on where players are. Safe spot is inner part when it spins, then dodge the rains. Backstab and spear shot. The boss swipes and backstabs throwing spear on random player. The spot where spear landed generates massive damage that can kill you. Turn and attack. The boss turns and does AoE attack on each side. Arrow shots. The boss charges arrow and shoots multiple arrows where players are. Arrow rain. The boss shoots arrow in spiral shape. Well guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching and hit the sub if you liked it. Then see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.